to my channel. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today I am going to be organizing the cupboards down here below the shelves. We are using this as a kids storage for games and crafts, and this is an area that I let them have access to. At least the 4-year-old has access to this area, so I want to get it into a really good working order so he can find stuff really easily. The current problem is we've just shoved everything down here. We didn't really have a plan, so I am going to take everything out, go through it, just like Marie Kondo says in her series that I love so much. Go through everything, see if there's anything that we don't need anymore, and then I'm going to organize it in a way that makes a lot of sense and then put everything back in here. If I can keep things somewhat organized, they can get in and out of the craft section themselves. While everything is out of here, I'm just going to give it a quick wipe down in there. This is a lot of stuff. I definitely do not consider this minimal. The kids use all of these things daily. I do have both kids at home most of the day, every day. It can be so overwhelming when I see everything in one huge pile, and this is why I tell family and friends that we literally do not need anything more. We have everything we need. But we do use all these items. So what I've decided is in this cupboard, I'm going to put games and puzzles. And in this cupboard, I'm going to put arts and crafts and learning items that the kids will need help with using. On the top shelf, I'm gonna do games. On the bottom shelf, I'm gonna do puzzles. And I think it is so much easier for the kids and everyone to get to things when they are not stacked on top of each other like this, but rather put next to each other like books. So that's one tip I have, and one thing I'm changing is to put everything side by side so the kids can easily see what they want and grab it out without having to pull everything out. The kids have grown out of this puzzle, so I'm gonna donate this. These are awesome. It teaches the kids how to sew. My kids are 4 and 2, and they love playing with these. And two things with standing the items up like this is I feel the kids can really see what they want, and also it's taking up way less space than stacking it. Now that this side's done, I'm just gonna close it because I wanna focus on what I'm gonna put in this side now, and that's gonna be craft items that the kids can access themselves, nothing harmful or anything that I need to worry about them destroying the house with, like permanent markers. One thing I've done from day one with both of my children is I have really tried to encourage them to do things on their own, like get dressed themselves, pick out their own clothes. And this is just another thing that I want them to be able to do on their own, which is set up a craft, get something out, and then clean up after each thing. Of course, they do not do that all the time perfectly. We have to encourage it, and we have to encourage the cleanup. But I think the more that they can do on their own, for one, gives me more time to do stuff that I need to do, and it also makes them feel happier. They're not constantly being told what to do. First of all, Bob's books are so good, so I'm gonna put those down there because this is something I like to have handy that Emmett and I can do together, and if I put them up with the rest of the books, I find they just get completely lost. These puffs Also, I end up having to hide them all the time. I use these more when the kids were babies for sorting. Just find it becomes an absolute mess and it's not worth cleaning up every day. These are some headsets that we take when we go on flights. Keep these for trips, and I'm just gonna put them at the back. I just found some fabric markers in there and I'm going to hide these. So one thing that we like to do is reuse any paper products that come in the house for arts and crafts. And as you can see here, this is something that came in a package that we bought, used and reused, and it just keeps on going. This is a huge box of learning books. Most of these were handed down to us. The cool thing about this is some of the books have been semi-used, but we can still use them, even copy some of the letters and lessons. And I just put a piece of blue tape and I'm going to write what is in the bin. And I'm gonna do this on both sides of the bin. That way, no matter how someone puts it in there, I'm gonna be able to figure out really quickly what is in the bin without having to search around. The good thing about using the blue tape is you can easily rip it off and reuse this bin. So here we have games and puzzles, and I've just put a little label on there. And in here we have the crafts and the educational books. When everything is organized, it's so much easier and fun to do crafts with the kids. If you're new here and you would like to join my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and tap the bell to never miss a video. Also, leave me a comment with your best organizing tips below. I love learning from you guys. It's always so nice to get your comments. And thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have an amazing day and I'll see you next time. Bye.